best I can.
Hey guys, it's Brooklyn and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. So today I wanted to talk about how through social media we've kind of normalized this idea that a realistic day is really just a sad and unproductive day. Now before I actually get into this topic, I want to address the title of this video, because if I title it what I think I'm going to be titling it, then I'm sure it upset at least one person, so I just want to address that really quickly. This video is not meant to offend anyone in any type of way, and I definitely do understand that a lot of people face mental health issues on a daily basis, and that can sometimes make their days look overall productive. And the point of this video is not to judge anyone on their lifestyles or anything, and as we move forward onto this video, y'all will see that I'm definitely not judging or hating on anyone for their lifestyles at all. That's definitely not the point of this video. I just wanted to use this video as a way to share with y'all some of my thoughts and some of the things I've learned about just the entire concept of reality. Now that that's addressed, we can actually get into this topic. So when people post like their super organized or super productive days, say on TikTok, people often comment in 3 different types of ways. The first one is the, oh my gosh, I wish I could be this productive. The second way is this what it looks like to not have depression? And then the third way is, there's no way anyone actually does this, like you must be lying.
Nobody is perfect, and I want to be forgiving of myself when I don't have a perfect day. But also my entire goal in life is to just get my realistic version of a day as close as possible to the ideal version of a day, until the ideal is in fact my everyday reality.
And of course, you obviously don't have to make every day super productive or super eventful, but you know, we should be trying to make something good out of each day in our own ways. And my main point of this video is going to be that there isn't one set reality for everyone. Like, reality looks totally different for each person. So for a lot of people, their realistic or their typical days are super productive or super organized, and then it's not really fair to them for people in the comments to say that they're lying or that they're only doing it for the video. And when people comment that stuff, it's often just them unjustifying things just because it doesn't fit into their standard of reality, or it doesn't fit into what reality looks like for them. And you can't try and force everyone to fit your own personal versions of reality, because that's just not doable. We're all our own people, we're all individuals, so it doesn't really make sense to try to have that standard set of reality for everyone. And this concept that there isn't one set reality for everyone actually refers to Baudrillard's theory on postmodernism, and this theory is very complex and it's kind of hard to understand, so I would definitely recommend you guys doing some of your own research on it, but I will try to kind of introduce the topic to you guys just so you guys will understand the rest of this video, and I'll try to explain it to the best of my abilities. But I'll also leave a video up in the eye and in the description that is a really good introduction to this theory, so if you want to do any more research after you watch this video, then you can watch that video that I will leave linked down below. But basically, Baudrillard's theory is about the decreasing boundary between the real world and the world that's represented by the media, and how it's come to a point where we can't really distinguish the difference between the reality and the simulation. If you think back into, say, the Renaissance period, you can look at the art from back then, and it was very realistic, especially compared to art now. Like, the art back then was meant to be realistic to how we see people with our human eyes, and of course the art wasn't 100% realistic, because that's not exactly doable, but it was generally realistic. Like, people looked like humans and there was no questioning what a lot of the pictures were. But now our art in our media is very artificial, and it's heavily edited, and it's not how we actually see things to the human eye, which is why this is called the theory on postmodernism, because it relates to this whole time period that's in the postmodern era of art. And this theory heavily focuses on simulacra, and simulacra is basically a copy of reality that isn't actually real, but it's meant to be perceived as real. So an example of this would be an actual castle that is centuries old, and then the Disney Magic Kingdom. And we obviously know which one is real and which one is fake, but if you just randomly say the word castle, there's a lot of people out there that would think of the Disney castle before thinking of an actual castle. And we're all surrounded by these simulacra products and social media, the entertainment industry, and just the business industry as a whole. And because we're so surrounded by it, these media images and simulacra products have just become more real than actual reality. And it doesn't help at all that everyday normal people that we would see at school or in a store have become our main source of media. Which makes a lot of sense when you think of modern day beauty standards that come from Instagram models or TikTok influencers. Because we see the edited version of these people on our phones and we mistake that as how they're exactly seen in real life. And this is called hyperreality, which is a state where we can't really tell the difference between the simulacra and the real thing. Another good example of this would be like with reality TV shows. There's so much drama that is scripted into those shows, but as the viewers, we're meant to believe that that's how things actually went down in real life. Okay, I know that was kind of a lot of information that I just threw at you. Hopefully I didn't confuse anyone. I hope that I explained that well enough. But now connected back to what I was saying in the beginning of this video, when we take a look at influencers, you can step back and really ask yourself how much of this is real or how much of this is fake. And then it gets even more complicated because the stuff we think is real could easily be fake or vice versa. You never exactly know when or how often an influencer is sharing their actual self or if they're sharing their hyper reality version of themselves. And this is exactly why there is no set standard for reality, because reality is totally different for everyone and we really have no idea how it looks for each person. And because we're stuck in this hyper reality with literally everything we do, it's just 100 times easier to not view things through a standardized reality lens. Okay, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that one way people respond to seeing super productive people is by saying, is this what it looks like to not be depressed? And I just wanted to touch on the fact that depression and poor mental health looks completely different for everyone. And yes, one way poor mental health affects a lot of people is by making it extremely hard for them to be productive, but that is just one side effect, and there's still a ton of people out there that may have those same mental health issues but don't have that one side effect. So it's not really fair to them to assume that they are like perfect just because they can be productive sometimes. And that again kind of connects to the overall point of this video, that reality just looks totally different for everyone and you can't set your expectations for people based on your own version of reality. So that is everything I have for you guys today. I know this video was kind of random, but I just learned about Baudrillard's theory and I thought it was kind of interesting, so I wanted to talk about it, so here we are. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this video, if you have more to add to the topic, if you know more about this theory that you want to talk about, definitely let me know in the comments because, I don't know, I found it interesting. And yeah, if you guys like this video, then make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video, and comment down below any other video ideas you have for me. It could be more sit down commentary videos. They don't have to be like as random as this one was, but just let me know anything else you would want to see down in the comments. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys next week.